Toyota is one of the most recognized brands here in Singapore, offering the motorists a lot of bread and butter choices in terms of automobiles. And with a growing share in the MPV and SUV market, they have especially one vehicle on the road which is really noticeable. And we're talking about the all-new Toyota Vellfire. And this is the second generation Vellfire. And there's also its almost lookalike cousin, the Alphard, being offered in its third generation variant. Toyota says the Vellfire and Alphard is all about taking you places in first class, and that's exactly what we're going to show you in this program. And I know a lot of you guys are really confused about the whole Vellfire and Alphard variants. Well, basically, mechanically, they are the same. But in terms of looks and also internals, there's some differences, which you can actually check out for yourself on their website. Besides all the fantastic luxury and comfort you're getting out of the Vellfire, there's still yet another reason why you're going to buy this car. Its fantastic ability to carry a whole load of cargo. And so what cargo am I talking about? Well, let me show you. In order to get the tailgate open, the Vellfire offers you 3 ways to get it done. One is via the remote control, the other via a sensor which is located under the handle, and the third way is via a switch located near the driver. Alright, so how do we actually get it open? Real simple. And as you can see, as the tailgate opens, there's actually a warning beep to alert people around you that the tailgate is opening up. And the whole beauty about the whole back area of the Vellfire, you can actually pack in an amazing 6 golf bags into this car. As I said, some of the reasons you want to buy an MPV like this one is its interior. In the case of a Vellfire, a very luxurious interior. As a driver of a Vellfire, you have a whole host of technology and controls at your disposal. And now it's drive time in the Vellfire. But for those of you who just joined us, once again, this is the Vellfire 2.5 litre with 178 horses, going at a top speed of 170 kilometers per hour. So a lot of you guys, when you hear 170 kilometers per hour, you'll be going, man, that's not fast at all. But you have to remember, this is a almost 2.5 ton vehicle, and with a vehicle like the Vellfire, it's not about speed. It's about comfort. It's about luxury. It's about getting you places in the most relaxing way possible, and that's exactly what the Vellfire does. First of all, I want to talk about the driver, because you are basically the captain in this whole area. For the driver, you've got a really high driving position, really commanding position of the road itself. And the great thing about the whole Vellfire itself is there's glass everywhere. Honestly, just taking a look at the windscreen itself, it's a really huge piece of glass, and that goes for the same for the rear and basically all around the whole vehicle. And that's really a good thing, because with a vehicle in the size of the Vellfire, something that you really want is a lot of spaces where you can, a lot of glass basically, where you can actually see where you're driving, where you're going to turn, and you don't want many blind spots, which I think is a really excellent thing that they've done with the Vellfire. They've given you lots of glass, so you can actually see all around you. I can actually see everything on the side of me, and in terms of blind spots, it's so minimal that it really makes driving that much easier, especially with a vehicle of this size. And in terms of comfort, for the driver, we have the captain seat, and it is I'm telling you, a really comfortable seat, full leather seating for myself and everybody in the whole car, basically. Full leather seating. And for the back, the passengers, you have Ottoman seats. Okay, with Ottoman seats, basically what you have is you can actually recline the seats, you get your leg raised. So this vehicle is really ideal for those really long distance trips if you're planning on taking the family out, or to maybe Malaysia, for example, where you have a long highway. It's really gonna be that much fun, that much easier on the driver, and especially more relaxing for the passengers, because they can really stretch out and relax and take a nap while you, the driver, has the job of doing all the hard work. And to add to the fact of the highway, we have things like for the driver especially, we have things like cruise control, which allows you to lock in a speed and lift your foot off the pedal, and just basically control on the steering. And once again, this is only advisable if you have really long highways where there's not much traffic on the road, and it's not really going to be great for Singapore, especially in the town area where you've got so much traffic. That cruise control will just not simply work at all. And one thing, first of all, when you look at the Vellfire, you're going to be intimidated by its size. I'm telling you, so was I when we first looked at it. It's really huge, but the good thing about it is it's so easy to drive. I'm not kidding you, it's so easy to drive. I even got got somebody, a female driver, to sit in the driver's seat and drive the car, and she said it's like driving a saloon car. It's that easy. Okay, the size, maybe when you're parking, it's a bit, it takes a while because of the size of the car. You have to estimate how you're going to park, but that again, not to worry, because you have things like sensors all around, and also the reverse camera. So it may be big, but I'm telling you, driving the Vellfire is really a breeze. Okay, and let's talk fuel economy on the Vellfire. Toyota claims it does about 8.9 kilometers per liter of fuel, and with a huge tank on the Vellfire, 75 liters, this vehicle is going to take you places, really. And you also have the choice of eco mode, which you can put the Vellfire in to help you increase that whole fuel economy range. And it really does work. We've been driving this for the last couple of days, and I feel that despite its size, it really is value for money. And the whole idea, I think, is because also of the engine itself and the transmission, which Toyota has kind of matched to give you a good fuel economy, great handling, and also all that much speed as and when you need it. And for night driving, one safety feature or an aspect of this car which I really like is the fact that you get a whole light show, basically, from the displays to your whole entertainment system. And it's really good because in terms of controls, because it's night, you can't really see much, you have all the information, especially for dials and everything, being lighted up, which helps you really know where everything is, even in the dark. So in a nutshell, I think if you're buying the Vellfire, if you have a big family, I think the Vellfire is going to suit you to a T. And if you're buying it for, maybe if you're an Uber driver, or you're buying this as a car to invest
as you know, to bring around clients, this is a really fantastic investment that you can buy in the car. The only problem I think that you might have if you're a family buyer is the fact of the height ceiling. The Vellfire is about 1.9 meters, so that kind of rules out things like shopping centers and even certain HDB car parks. So you might want to be careful when you buy the Vellfire about where you park. Ideally, it's going to be great for parking outdoors, but if you think about going to certain shopping centers and car parks, you might want to be aware that there's quite a number of height restrictions which doesn't allow the Vellfire to park your vehicle in. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this drive with me, Renee, in the Vellfire.
If you're looking for an MPV or even a people carrier, which is going to offer you space, luxury and comfort, I think the Vellfire is going to be one of the choices really high up on your list. Whether you're using the Vellfire to pack up the wife and kids for a road trip to even Malaysia maybe, or to use the Vellfire for business, I think the Vellfire really does its job of being a multi-purpose vehicle. The Vellfire is priced here in Singapore at $195,888, inclusive of COA, and having an annual road tax of $1,792. Do check with Borneo Motors for ongoing promotions, which offers you some really good packages all thrown in. Our big Revv salute to Toyota's authorized distributor, Borneo Motors, for allowing us to have the Vellfire for our presentation. To find out more about the Vellfire and the whole range of Toyota automobiles, head on down to their showroom at Lane Key. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed our presentation on the Vellfire. To find out more about Revv Motoring and all the videos we've shot thus far, head on over to our website at the link right here. In the meantime, have a great week ahead, and do remember to always watch out for cyclists when you're on the road. Remember, 1.5 meters really matters, and driving is all about sharing the roads with your fellow motorists and pedestrians. Till we see you again.